What's good? It's Kelby Cannon, publisher, Making the Magazine, founder of the membership, and we are live here with Kai Harris.
Hey, what's going on? It's Kai Harris checking in with Making It Bag. We at the Making It compound for another.
No, we're not. The Making It compound was in Austin.
Oh.
This is our office.
Okay.
Why you always lying to your fans?
I'm thinking this is the compound.
Kai performed at the Media Matters Soundstage at the Making It Mad compound. We're interviewing all the artists that performed this year at the compound. So we're starting off with the Media Matters Soundstage artists. You're the first artist that we're interviewing from the soundstage, and then we're going to interview all the artists that performed on the other stages. I wanted to, because I think this is an interesting thing when it comes to South by Southwest. There's a lot of conversation leading into it and less leading out of it. I think everybody's all excited about, what they're going to do, and of course all the promoters are promoting their events, and then after the events, it's like nobody talks about anything. And that was one of the reasons why we structured our event the way that we structured it with. For me, when artists go to those type of events and perform, it was always about leaving with something. Performance footage, contacts, interviews, creating a situation that extended beyond the event. Right. So this was your first time performing during South by Southwest, or have you performed before?
So you know how promoters, they use the name South by to get people to come out. Right. So this was my first time having an official performance.
Well, this wasn't an official performance.
Okay.
We're not, and that's what we're very clear in.
Okay.
We don't do, our reason even for starting this event with Media Matters was because there's a disconnect between the official South by Southwest, I feel, and a lot of the culture.
I see what you're saying.
So we would, when we first started going to Austin, we would get approved as official media.
Okay.
And we would go out to all these different events, and we got the badge and everything, and then I would run into my people who had popping blogs and stuff, yo, I'm gonna meet you over here, and I was I ain't got a badge, I ain't get approved. Right. And I'm like, well, damn, your shit popping. How you ain't not get approved? So 9 years ago, that's how I started Media Matters. Okay. It was okay, I'm going to get a venue and create this unofficial press room for all my people that I know who do media, who got popping blogs, who doing all this stuff, where instead of just being in the middle of 6th Street, you can come set up, do interviews, get pictures, have people come by, and I let them all put a person on stage. So everybody who I was rocking with, I'm like, yo, you come through and put them on the flyer, did all that stuff, and let them present an artist on stage at the same time. So and we never say that we're official. We tell everyone we're not official, but it's just the way that we move.
I thought it was official.
We're just organized.
Cause y'all had big wigs coming in. I'm like, oh, this is official. You know what I'm saying?
So we're official. We're just not official South by Southwest.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Okay.
So, but no. So that was the thing. So previously you had performed on events during South by Southwest.
Yes.
They just weren't organized.
They wasn't organized at all. Y'all had brunch.
I was brunch.
Brunch was good. Yeah, I was it threw me off. So doing this event, Media Matters, the soundstage, it was awesome because I felt good as an artist. I felt like I was treated very well. So much to the point now, it's when I do things now, it's there's a certain criterion that I expect people who want to do business with me meet. You know what I'm saying? Because of what you showed us as artists. You know what I'm saying? It's oh no, you got to pay me now. I did that over there, and how well structured it was. Nah.
And that's one of the things with a lot of stuff that we do is raising people's standards. And that's why you gotta earn your seat at the table. Everything that we do is structured in a way for it to make sense for everybody. So just because it's not, we don't randomly select people for the stage. You had to be, you gotta be a member or a subscriber. So you gotta have buy-in to what we're doing in the vision.
Subscribe.
And beyond that, like you have to submit, your music is reviewed by the team, media partners, and people get selected.
Yeah.
So the music has to be there, like the work ethic is all these different things that we look at. And so for us to spend the amount of money that we spend putting this event together, want to make sure that we're investing it into people who are going to see the benefit and make the most out of the situation. And so that's a lot, like making sure that, quality flyers, quality promo, doing ads, doing all of these different things so that you see the turnout, and you see like the energy of the room, just even with things like how we do the playlist ahead of time. So you get to hear each other's music and people get to already be familiar with your music. So when a record come on, there's that exchange of energy in the room.
Right.
So, but no, how would you speaking to just like the event, what did you expect going in?
I didn't know. I didn't have any expectations. Honestly, I was just like, I was thinking like, okay, this is going to be an upscale showcase. But when I got there and I saw like all the media outlets, I mean, you had spoke about it, but you know what I'm saying? Seeing it is a different thing. So I'm like, okay, this is a little bit different. All right. I saw Drummer Boy and I'm like, okay, this is a little bit different. This is not what I was expecting. So I got a little bit anxious and I got a little nervous. And to be transparent, I was like, oh man, can I even match up to all the artists that's in here because of how big and massive the event was. But overall, it was amazing. I left speechless. So y'all did it. Yeah.
Did you have brunch?
Oh yeah, I ate brunch.
What'd you have? Did you have some of that lobster mac and cheese?
I had the lobster mac and cheese.
I ain't get to eat nothing. I ain't eat till the next day. Like I was running around doing the event, so I was like,
you was locked in.
But everybody kept telling me how good the food was. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
the chicken was. I hate to sound black. The chicken was good. The chicken was good.
Shout out to 512 Sweet Tooth. Catered it. Michael Jackson catered it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was good. It was good.
So you did interviews?
Yeah, I did interviews. I did. I can't remember all of them, but I for sure the one that I do remember is the Shits podcast. That one was good. You know what I'm saying? Because we spoke about things outside of music, you know what I'm saying? We spoke about just love and how to love people, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a book I'm reading by Bell Hooks. It's called All About Love and just trying to understand that. So we dove deep into that and, we talked about my experience at Morehouse. So I felt... You
can tell when someone went to college, like, yeah, I'm reading a book by Bell Hooks right now. And, I'm trying to be a more evolved human being.
Yeah, but that was a great podcast, that podcast interview for sure.
Yeah,
so.
And that's what one of the things with doing the interviews and the podcast and the stuff that we do. I'm big on that is making things functional. Yeah. So it would be easy to do an event during South by Southwest and just put some people on stage and just charge people to perform and it'll make money. Yeah, it has financial benefits, but. It doesn't necessarily have functional benefits. And anything that I try to do, I try to make sure that it's productive for all parties. So that's why we had different different outlets that are going to come at different angles, going to ask different questions. You're going to build different rapport, the dynamics between it being two hosts and one host and their formats. Yeah. And also is a great opportunity for I think, because a lot of times you guys don't get that type of situation where that rapid fire dealing with the media and being in these situations. Even when I was just on stage just talking about how to properly do a drop. Don't sit up and do a drop and talk about yourself for 15 minutes and then mispronounce the name of the outlet. Just little simple stuff. But it's that's one of the benefits I see every year with doing this is seeing all the when the media starts posting it and they're tagging you guys in it. So that's new followers, new views, new engagement. when it comes to like, well, you said you performed on some other stages prior to this.
This was years ago.
Okay, you performed on some other stages this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Taylor Froussel and Nathaniel Online. So I did the quality control stage, which was dope, and I did the Greatest Ones showcase as well.
Okay.
Where they had Hype magazine come out. So those were great showcases as well. You know what I'm saying? They were very well put together. You know what I'm saying? All the artists left feeling respected, and everybody got a chance to display their art, and everybody was respected. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
And what days were those on?
So the quality control stage was on, I think it was a Thursday, and then the Hype magazine stage was on the Friday.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was back to back.
Okay, so you did Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you being from Texas, or really growing up in Texas.
Yeah.
The opportunity for you to be back kind of home and performing and being able to have like family and friends and that support system come out for you.
Yeah.
What was the energy like in your inner circle?
It was a lot of support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always know that they support me, but for me, it was more personal. It's like, okay, they're coming out to support me, so I have to make sure I know my lyrics. I have to make sure I'm professional. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I present myself the right way because they're coming out to support and they're gonna post this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you don't want to be that guy forgetting his lyrics on stage and they're like, nigga, we came out to support you. You got us looking bad. So yeah. So yeah, it was awesome. The love was really reciprocated.
Okay. So moving forward from this. What do you think some of the big takeaways were from performing on the Media Matters Soundstage?
Just seeing the different people interact with your content and in your music, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it makes me want to go back to the studio and like craft how I make music, make music more for performing, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to just making music. So like now I have a direction in which I need to make my music. And then to looking at the other artists that perform, you know what I'm saying? I took certain things from their performance, like, okay, I can do that, you know what I'm saying? I lack here, but they do this good. Especially Billy CEO, she did her thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the fact that she just made the crowd engage with her, I feel like as an artist, you know, just being transparent, I feel like I could do that a little bit better and just, you know, taking that and applying it to my game, so. And
that's a huge thing for me with like with doing this stage in particular is getting like the best of the best, like, you know, really showcasing some members and nobody's perfect.
Right.
So everybody has things that they lack in and things that they excel in.
Yeah.
And giving you guys an opportunity to see that.
Yeah.
And see like, you know, we talk about like, you know, you have these open mics, these showcases, or even some of the events, you know, during South by where there isn't a consistent quality in the artists or the performances, and so it's easy to kind of get complacent. Where but when you like okay, everybody's giving everybody a run for their money.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, all right. Billy can't. She ain't play with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so just like still sharp and still, and creating a space where you guys inspire each other, motivate each other to do your best.
Yeah, even though Michelle is standing on a chair, like I'm like, bro, like
man, I went outside to deal with something. Somebody asked something. I come back in and I'm like, why is he on this chair?
Yeah.
I just told him.
I'm like, okay.
All right, let me make sure he gets down well. Let me hold this chair.
Yeah. So, but no, it was great. I enjoyed every artist that performed. Like, Making the Mag did a good job at handpicking these artists, you know what I'm saying? You could tell it wasn't, oh, we just gonna pick a little day off the street. Nah, it was well-picked artists.
Did you, so you were there for brunch and the Soundstage. Did you check out any of the other events? We had the Meet the DJs was going on downstairs during Media Matters, and then later on we had the Big Energy Soundstage and Twerk Fest. Did you happen to make it to any of those?
So my team, these are grown men.
Right.
with no IDs.
Oh. Well, how did they get in the first place?
They just showed love. They showed love.
They just came in with...
So we finagled the way in, and then we try to go back. Oh, you gotta have an ID. It's just like, bro.
Why'd they leave out?
They wanted to walk on 6th Street.
Well, that was ridiculous. Twerk Fest. Did you see some of the footage?
I saw the footage. We were like, bro.
You didn't see none of the footage then.
I saw what somebody posted.
Yeah, because we didn't post nothing. It was some very not safe for work content going on.
I saw somebody standing on something. I was like,
oh, that was the DJ booth.
Yeah,
man, you didn't see them hanging from the ceiling?
I didn't see that.
Oh man, Spider Woman, like, yo, it was crazy. So yeah, but that was the whole thing. And it was like a lot of people couldn't get in, like, cause it was like, and you know, like, the venue we had was not a small venue.
Yeah, two stories. 2
stories, and even just each floor was like you know, it was like a lot of venues is like smaller rooms. Like they're not big rooms, but like it's a large size, and it was 2 stories, and it's the balcony, and it's like, but all of that, and it's like, understand, like, you know, even though we had multi-platinum producers there, label reps there, artists. We don't even, like, that wasn't on none of the flyers. Yeah. We don't use that to promote our stuff. We promote our stuff, like, because we promote our stuff. Yeah. So it's like packed. And you're the stars. Right. And like, that's the way that we set it up, because we want that to be, it's not, hey, come here to see this person. It's come here to see these people. Yeah. And I like the fact that you guys didn't use a big artist to bring people to the event. You used the artists that you guys handpicked, you know what I'm saying? So that was dope. You don't see a lot of people do that when they host events, you know what I'm saying? They rather go for the big name to bring people out. So that was dope. Yeah, well, and that's what, like, changing, like I say, a lot of what we do, you know, we try to do is to change the standards. Like, was having this conversation just fairly recently, because like there are a lot of people, like, we do stuff and then a lot of other people do it. Yeah. It's like, we've been doing this 16 years, so there's a lot of stuff that goes on right now that we were doing it first. Yeah. And with inception, and people were like, yo, you know, like, that doesn't bother you, and it's like, but more so for me, like, I do things because I felt it was necessary. It's like, if I see some people starving or homeless and they're hungry and stuff, and I go feed them and I'm helping them, making sandwiches every day, bringing them out, and then other people start doing it, I'm not gonna be like, y'all only doing this because I was like, no, like, the goal was to solve a problem. And if by me solving a problem or doing something, other people be like, yo, that's a good idea, and they start doing it, like, I know I can't solve the problems by myself. There's too many artists. There's too many things that are necessary and needed. So it's like, to be able to do, like, certain things and see that it catches, where other people like, yo, let's involve media more in these things. Let's create opportunities where artists can perform for free. Let's do these things, like that's the whole goal, is to kind of try to change the culture and the way that other people move, but also what you expect when you go into these type of events. Like, there's nothing wrong with having higher expectations. That's one of the things that S8 was talking about, where after performing at the MBE and doing Media Matters last year, it was like her whole everything, like, I can't perform here. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all can't, this ain't even, I gotta go. It's a standard, you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel bad for now operating with that standard, because like I said, y'all showed us how we need to be treated. So it's just like, I got a brand to protect. And if it ain't on no media, if it ain't on, like, how Makin and Mag does events, then I can't be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys do a great job of setting the standard. So, you got anything that you want to let the people know about that you got coming up? Tour is coming. You want to get on the tour?
Yeah, so I'm currently on tour with Lebo Tracks. It's called the Storm Tour. We have a show here in Atlanta, April 8th.
Storm Tour 2.
3, actually.
3. Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to correct you, and you corrected me. All right, let me just
yeah.
shut up. The Storm Tour.
Storm Tour 3, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited that the energy on the tour is crazy, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great artists out there, you know what I'm saying? I would recommend that y'all pop out, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of artists from the city that's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? But they just need that platform. But you tell people, hey, subscribe to this, they're like, oh, I ain't gonna pay no attention to it. But yeah, definitely catch me on the Storm Tour. April 8th, I'll be here in Atlanta, turning up. So yeah, tap in with me.
All right. And where can the people catch you online? All that good
Yes, sir. On all social media platforms, it's _KYEHARRIS. That's where you can follow me at.
All right. Well, this has been Catching Up with Kai Harris.
Yes, sir.
Performer for the Media Matters Soundstage 2023 with Makin Magazine. We out.
And we got confetti cannons too. So.
Oh, the confetti. That was the other thing, like the love, showing the support, and popping out the confetti cannons with all the other people. It wasn't just your set, it was other people, like that genuine support.
Yeah.
And that's why you were invited to become a member.
Oh, man.
So, all right.
Hey.
The invitation has been officially extended.
Thank you. Thank you.